hostel life with Bear. So when the other guests in the hostel realised that Bear was sharing a dorm with them for one night, turned out that everyone else evacuated because I'd heard his rules about book time, quiet time, anti-fun time. Okay.
How does that work? How do I get in the nest?
You obviously it's got a hole in it. There you are. You're in your nest now. Not there's any mosquitoes in here because
8:30. It's quiet time.
literally 8:30 and he's got the aircon on so high. Look of glee on his face when he realised that he was the only person in this dorm. Idiot. What happened now when you've done that? You tie a lovely little knot like they did. I'm not asleep in that bed now, you fucked it up. No, you can't move to a different bed because you're sweating, you've laid down in that one. I can hear a cat. Meow. Meow. Maybe he needs rescuing. Let's go find him. Phnom Penh. So this is the view from our roof terrace. At the Yomata. Staying out for the next 4 nights. It's costing us 30 quid for a private room for 4 nights. That's awesome. And it's right next to the museum. There's loads of veggie, vegan restaurants down here too, so I think we're going to have a great time. And just back to Siem, enjoy the outdoor space. And it's a beautiful day. Come down to the river, and I think it's a festival because they're doing boat racing. I've got my fresh coconut, Chris had his cookies, and I bought for 20p sticky rice and banana wrapped in a banana leaf, and it is delicious. So it's our first day in Phnom Penh. We did yoga this morning and had coffees, and now we're going to explore the palace and the riverside. But already there's a real change from Vietnam. It's much more like Myanmar and Laos. So you have like massive temples and stupas everywhere. This part coming up to the river is kind of closed down to traffic, and it seems to be dead easy to get around. The tuk-tuk drivers are really friendly and they seem to give you quite fair prices to get around. We haven't maybe stupidly even negotiated yet for one because they seem to offer such low numbers, and everyone so far has been really nice. Chris has got his shade umbrella.
It's too windy.
But it's too windy. If you walk to the back of the temple, you get the pagoda and the spirit statue, which is surrounded by the forest, and it's a really nice respite after the heat of the city. So this morning we are off to breakfast at the end of the road from our hostel, and then from there we have booked a tour to go to the killing fields, which I think is going to be pretty horrific, but apparently it's something you should do while you're here. The best thing about Cambodia, not just me, no, beautiful wolf dog, but seeing the monks with their monk umbrellas and their lovely orange robes just going for their little stroll. going on the morning breakfast run.
One of the best things about Cambodia is that they accept both US dollars and real. They convert the numbers as they want to go, and one of the things that Gemma is particularly good at is working out the conversions and exactly how much everything's worth. So Gemma's now going to try and buy two very, very cheap items from a street seller. Let's see how she gets on. Yeah, those are sweet potatoes.
20,000 should be now, yeah?
I have no idea. What do you think? How much is 20,000 worth, Gem? Don't know. 50p. Okay.
Is that right?
So, 40, 20, no, I don't know. Is it 20,000 or 2,000? How much is it, Gem? 2,000. What's in your hand?
So this is the current site of the killing fields, where hundreds of thousands of Cambodians were massacred. And in this building here, there is, I guess, a display. You can see how tall the building is, of the skulls of people's remains that were found here, bits of their clothing, and the various tools that were used to kill people. So bullets were too expensive, so some people were just pushed against a wall. Some people had iron bars literally hammered into their skull. Some people were bludgeoned to death. It's absolutely horrible stuff, and this isn't old history, this is new history. A lot of Cambodians that survived it are walking around today. And to put it into context, 25% of the population were murdered. 25%. Just incredible, and we're still fighting today. What is going on? So just to put it into context, this is the tree where the executioners beat children to death. It is just unbelievably sick. Like, in these pits here, all the mass graves that were uncovered. So fucking... yeah, what humans can do to other humans. Just more and more graves. Everywhere you look. What I guess I find especially disturbing maybe about this place is how peaceful it feels. And how beautiful the nature is here. So there's hens running around, there's birds in the trees. There's a beautiful lily pond in front of me, the trees are stunning. And it's almost after a couple of years, things can be kind of covered up and forgotten. I just cannot understand how this is not taught more in the Western world, how this is not obligatory on syllabuses for kids. I think if the majority of people came here, it would switch them totally to a complete anti-war stance. I guess that is the beauty of the Cambodian people, so on the outskirts of the killing fields. These guys are just hanging out, tuk-tuk drivers, tour guides, just playing bowls, laughing, smiling. I think there's an element among the young people not trying to forget, but there's a real need to move on and to re-establish themselves, and it's such a young population here. You really notice it, you really see it. We've come to find lunch at the Matreya healthy vegetarian restaurant where all the foods are vegetarian and healthy. And it looks like my sort of food. Salad. So we've come to the Char Handicraft Centre in Phnom Penh, which has been set up for women who've been left disabled after standing on landmines or from polio, and they're making all the stuff here, and they've got a huge shop full of loads of lovely things. There's some really nice silk work, so I recommend you come. They help local artists, and they also offer the women they help training, a home, meals and language lessons. So it's definitely worth coming and just buying something, even if it's just like a little trinket. We've also come to the village workshop, which is a shop again full of really beautiful handcrafted bits and pieces supporting women in local villages. And we checked them out, they seem pretty legit. But look at these are bracelets which have been made from bullets found in the fields, and literally people at home will go mental over this stuff. Look at it, like all these patterns, and it's ridiculously cheap. Like all these cement bags, absolutely awesome stuff, super cheap, and it's kind of better than, well, I think it's better than just buying stuff from the market, which is mass produced, and you know that it's keeping people in jobs.
Yeah. Next week, third ride, feeling clear. You want to feeling clear?
No, we've...
Traffic's really bad. So we're getting a tuk-tuk now to the Russian market. We found so far these guys are really friendly, really helpful, and really cheap, and they don't take the piss with what we ask to charge. It's about $3 to get across town. You can negotiate it, but we just think it's cheap enough. And one thing you'll notice in Cambodia or Phnom Penh is that there's very little noise. It might sound noisy to you guys, but compared to Vietnam, there is no horn honking. People just kind of stop at red lights, apart from this guy. But yeah, seems a little bit more bordered. Right, so for lunch we've come to this place called The Vegetarian. The main road is just behind us, but they've kind of shouted you off with lovely bamboo, and it's not really pretty. Thank you. The food looks amazing and it's super reasonable. So, because our accommodation costs nothing in Cambodia, and we've tried to buy little souvenirs from everywhere we've gone to remember our trip, I'm going to need a bigger house and more wall space to put stuff on, so Chris is probably going to have to go back to work sooner rather than later. Today we have bought, thank you, 2 books. One, The History of Cambodia, one called Year Zero, after our trip to the Killing Fields yesterday. They're obviously fake, but at least they've got like words in them. But we bought these off 2 landmine survivors, so 2 old guys. We're trying to do the right thing by not giving money to people begging, but if they're selling something, then trying to buy stuff that way. And I think it's the right thing to do, but you've got to think people in this country suffered so much, and anyone over 40 lived through such a horrendous regime. So yeah, I did do my best negotiation. However, the guy selling them And then Chris reminded me I was negotiating with someone who had been maimed by a landmine, so that possibly wasn't the most appropriate. He ended up overpaying him anyway. I'll show you the rest of the stuff we got in our little haul a little bit later. So Chris has ordered a cucumber ginger juice, and I'm not quite sure why he's ordered it, because I know he's not going to like it, and I've just tasted it and man, it tastes grassy. So I'm going to try and capture his face when he takes a sip of it. So, taste test. Chris is going to try his juice. I don't know why you ordered that.
Because it's just going to be like tasty.
Grassy.
It's the best ones off 50 I've ever spent. Thank you.
Do you want me to have it?
No, I can drink it.
Why did you choose that?
I thought it'd be like, I was hoping that it might be like a fizzy lemon spritz with a little cucumber in it.
Nah. Oh, careful.
GoPro power on.
Stop it. So I have papaya mango salad, and Chris has got some sort of fried rice. I've also got fresh spring rolls, which literally have become my life. And Chris has got something else.
GoPro, stop recording.
Stop it. Idiot. Chris has got more fried tofu, which has become his life. And he's got some new mala beads, which he hasn't broken yet. And he's also got, I'll show you again later, his new scarf.
Do you want to tell the kind people about the books you bought in the market?
Done it.
Told him about haggling with a man with one leg over $1.
It was the best negotiation I've done.
Yeah, she's like, I got the best price for these books.
And then you gave him the $1 anyway.
Who are you negotiating with? Oh, a man who had his leg blown off by a landmine? You win.
Oh. It was almost as bad as when I went to shake a monk's hand.
You did, yeah.
Fail.
Walking around rubbing children's heads.
Oh.
But you think, like, you've got PwC across the way.
Yeah, I love it. PwC over here. North Korean Embassy over here. So there's loads of flags and stuff.
The windows are shut. I don't know if there's anyone in at the moment.
Windows are shut. It's a massive building there, huh?
Yeah, but you think Cambodia's naughty people as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Chris was just telling me, he read last night, that Cambodia is obviously known for corruption, but they've even sold the killing fields to a private company owned by the Minister of Tourism's son. So now, like, the money you're paying to go in isn't really going to the NGOs that you think it's going to. It's a little bit, it leaves a bit of a bad taste. But anyway, the day before the festival, so if you come down towards the Mekong, there's all the flags are out, but there's loads of statues. It's quite nice walking around. It's not too busy, not too noisy, and you can't poo on the field. Stranded there at the bus station. There's almost too much room for this van to come through. Jesus. So this morning we're travelling to Siem Reap and we're getting the Crystal Express bus. This is the bus station. Super noisy. This is the stuff that people are sending on the bus. This is our stuff. People selling food and snacks, and the ticket counter. And so far everyone's been quite helpful and quite friendly. It doesn't feel rough like some bus stations can do. Now it's our turn to get through an impossibly narrow gap. We have all this. Motorcycles are pulling into shops. They have to shut the door on the bus. Good luck getting through this. The water festival in Phnom Penh, and where they do all the boat racing down the Mekong. And this place is so busy. Apparently 2 million people descend upon Phnom Penh to come and do the boat racing. It's the 2nd of November to the 5th of November. And it looks really, really cool. This place 2 days ago was pretty much deserted. Now it's got stalls selling everything you could possibly want. And the roads are a little chaotic.
So today is one of our travel days. We're heading from Phnom Penh to Siem Reap. We're travelling in a kind of minibus thing that's not the most comfortable, but is pretty fast. We've only seen one major crash on the road so far this morning.
And a dead dog.
And one dead dog. We've stopped off at some point in the road, don't know where we actually are. We managed to get some sandwich kind of stuff. Jem's managed to get a coconut,
Mango on
and
a
they
stick.
do mango on a stick, so everyone's kind of happy.
And we still like each other even though it's a travel day.
Even though it's travel day. So even on travel day, you can still manage to eat and find food fairly easily, which is good.